He said goodbye to travel and the tours and activities startup that he founded in 2011 on June 30th this year, when Voyagin was absorbed into Rakuten. This is the story of growing up with all its associated pangs and pains and joy and the future that awaits. Please welcome Masashi Takahashi, CEO and co-founder of Voyagin. Masashi, how are you?
How are you? Can you see my face? Can you hear?
I can see your face. I can hear you too. Thank you so much. It's been so long since we first saw Voyagin on the startup stage, in Tokyo, and it's good that you're now. And I just wanted to have this moment to say farewell to you. Not that you're leaving us. I hope you stay in touch, but I just wanted to capture your story of saying farewell to Voyagin. So I asked you to send 2 images that kind of that you remember most about Voyagin in the last decade, and you sent me these 2 images. So do you want to talk a little bit about these 2 images?
Yep. So this is our first office meeting room. So we rent a 1-room house, and then there's no meeting room. So, but we need a meeting room. So we use a balcony as a meeting room. This is our first meeting room.
Right. Picture. So it's like a garage, So there you go, all of you.
Yeah. And then in the beginning, so it's kind of like a chaos. Lots of young college students working together, and then the guy on my back side is the German exchange student. So kind of like a very energetic and very chaotic beginning. Yeah.
So when you see pictures like this, does it make you happy or does it make you sentimental? Does it make you sad?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like a very emotional and a very good memory. And then when I saw this picture, I always, smiling. So it was a great memory. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you built an incredible business, which was, sold to Rakuten. So you did, you did well. So you got the idea to start a tours and activities business because you were an Airbnb host at that time. You were Airbnb. What was one early challenge that you hadn't anticipated?
Okay. So I didn't. Initially, I created what I wanted to create. So, of course, my idea came from the Airbnb. So I naturally created a peer-to-peer tour and activity business. But so the peer-to-peer business is very difficult to be discovered, and then it's too unique to be discovered. So initially I focusing on the peer-to-peer, but that's the concept doesn't work. And then I use that money because I stick that idea, and then it became very, very tough situation. That's
right. Okay, so but you switched early, so you managed to switch early. So in 2015, you sold to Rakuten. Some people say it was a bit too early. Masashi. Looking back now, would you still have done it at the time that you did? Would you still do it again?
Of course, now is a COVID situation. Definitely yes. But we became 20 times bigger since we sold. So if some VC could give us the same amount as Rakuten in 2015, so we might be the independent company, or we can be the much bigger variation. That's also true. But at that time, we cannot see the future. And then at that time, so the Chinese-based KKday or Group is coming, and then they have the Chinese market, and we don't have the Chinese market. Then that's the biggest difference for, especially in terms of the financing. That's the kind of the situation. So I saw that I need to focus some area like in Japanese inbound or Japanese outbound. So that's the maybe.
So you felt that you had to kind of seek some shelter, right? And now there's the biggest storm. And actually, it was you who asked Rakuten to absorb the business in February because you felt that Voyagin would not have been able to keep its business and its team, and so your team was absorbed by Rakuten and you left.
Yep.
So that's how it happened. How hard was it to let go?
Actually, it wasn't hard decision for me. It's because for me, the most important things were surviving the business and maintain employment. Under the COVID-19 situation, the absorption, it was the only option to meet both my priority. In addition, maybe the new structure should be managed by new leaders. So yeah, as CEO, I did what I best for the company.
Okay. Most founders struggle with identity, right? And because the identity is so wrapped up with what you do, especially as a startup, like you're completely obsessed about it, it becomes your identity. How have you handled the transition in identity? And I know you're doing something new, but how have you handled the identity?
Oh, okay. So actually, this one is also no problem for me because I don't care how other people think of me. And then what I care about is that what kind of business or a new concept I can leave to make the world a better place. So yeah, I actually don't caring about the identity or how I looked. And also everything has a beginning and end. End will be the new start. And then I believe you can transform anything. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So you actually going to start a new business, that tries to address the contradiction between capitalism and altruism, because you say you want to build a better world, but you feel like we need to think again our lifestyles and behaviors. And I'm wondering how to blend altruism and autonomy through a service of business. So tell us what you're thinking about in your next startup.
In short, we are creating the well-being focus online live community. So I think well-being is a key for the people to become altruism or autonomy. Like a yoga or meditation, you can feel connection with your body or mind. You feel great, and then keeping the practice is difficult part. So to solve the problem, I think community and the online neighbors is important. And then if you can have the community or neighbors, you can keep on the great practice. And then if you can control or discipline yourself, you can be gentle to the environment, or you can control your desire to eat more or use up the energy or something. That's my.
Well, I mean, it seems to be a big thing coming out of COVID. It's definitely, people are definitely thinking a lot more about wellness, well-being, mental health being a really big issue through this crisis. So clearly what you're doing is in that space. So to wrap up, is there one thing in the last 10 years, right, with Voyagin, is there one thing that you would have done differently?
Yeah, so in my point of view right now, so the literary travel can be the trend. So maybe the Voyagin also should follow that kind of the trend. And then one good thing we did was the local government project. It wasn't a short-term cash project, but the right now, so as you mentioned, that people need more nature or good conditions. So people will be interested in going to local area or prefecture. So I think this field can be more important.
Thank you, Masashi. It's so good to see you. And I wish you all the best of luck in your next adventure. And, we must stay in touch, okay? Because I definitely need some wellness and well-being and mental health as well. Thank you very much, Masashi.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sayonara.
Bye-bye.